How does a socially awkward homeschool kid from the northeast of Scotland get to animate characters like Woody and Mr. Incredible at Pixar and Dracula and Spider-Man at Sony? A whole lot of hard work, dedication, and immense amounts of sour candy. And I am still that socially awkward kid. Oh. From a very young age, I had this insatiable love for cartoons and animation, and I would draw all the time. I used to do those little flip books. And from the time I made this huge realization that you can actually make money making cartoons, I was sold. So I threw myself into it. I started reading all the books I possibly could, going to the library and drawing and sketching. And I remember making this drawing I was so proud of. And I took it to my parents and I said, "Mommy, Daddy, look at my wee drawing." And they looked at it and they said, "Oh, wow, this is, what is this?" My little dreams of becoming a Hollywood animator were crushed. But that's okay. A little while after that, a friend of mine introduced me to the concept of computer animation. And I was thinking to myself, wait, so I can take computers and not drawing and still make money? Okay, I'm sold again. So I threw myself into it. I started learning everything I possibly could. I was going online. I went to some online schools and I tried to take the syllabi because I was too young to actually attend the schools. So I was learning all these things by myself. But how in the world was a 10-year-old kid going to learn animation by himself? Doesn't matter. Just keep going. Just keep going. Eventually, after years of studying, I was old enough to actually start applying for jobs and internships. And I'm sure you'd be very surprised to hear that the very first job I applied for, I didn't get it, obviously. I was not good at animation. But that's okay. Keep on going. A few years later, it was time for me to start going to university. And there was this opportunity for me to go down to California to get my portfolio reviewed by some Pixar animators. And I was so excited. So I went down there and I took my little flash drive and I was so excited. I went by the gates and I saw the Pixar gates and it was like, oh my God, I'm at Pixar. And then I walked up to the security guard and I said, "Oh, sir, can I get a tour? Is it possible?" And he said, "Well, unfortunately, no, it's a film studio. We can't do that." And I said, "Okay, that's fine." I was walking away and I thought, "Sir, I'm gonna work here one day." And he goes, "You know what, you do, if that's what you wanna do, you do that." And I said, "Okay, I will. And then 2 years later, I'm not kidding you, 2 years later, when I actually got into Pixar, it was the same security guard at the booth. And I went up and I said, he gave me my badge and I said, "Sir, you probably don't remember me, but 2 years ago, I told you that I was gonna work here one day." And he got out of the booth and he was like, "Give me a hug, son, congratulations, welcome to Pixar." And that was such a wonderful experience. A few months later, I actually ended up working at Sony, but the thing about the whole situation was that I was still in university. I was in my third year of university, and a friend of mine told me that they were hiring, and I thought, oh, should I apply? Maybe I shouldn't apply. I know they don't do part-time. I know I'm not gonna get into the job because I'm not even good enough. But anyway, I'll still apply. They ended up creating a whole new position for me. They ended up allowing me to do a part-time thing that they had never done before. And that made me realize something super profound. That if something can be done, I can do it. But if something has never been done before, it's just gonna take me a little bit more time, a little bit more effort, but I can still do it. Always aim for the impossible. And even if you don't reach it, you will still achieve something incredible. My impossible, incredible dream is that I want to be able to change animation. I want to be able to change the entertainment industry with storytelling and books and movies and TV. But that is an impossible dream. That's okay. I'm still going to try and do it. So a lot of you might be thinking like, well, I have this drive inside me. I have this passion, but I don't really have a direction. I don't really have a goal. And I have a question for you. I was watching this TV show the other day, and they asked this question that really stuck with me. What would you attempt to do if you knew with 100% certainty that you could not fail? That idea that you just got, that can be your passion, that can be your drive. It doesn't have to be something that will make you so much money or something that will give you a lot of fame, but it will bring you happiness. It will bring you joy. And also, it'll bring those around you joy too. So, I have a formula for success. Step 1, decide on your goal. Step 2, research your goal. Step 3, study those who've achieved something similar to your goal. Step 4, map out their paths and see where they intersect. Step 5, aim for those intersecting points. Step 6, achieve your goal earlier than expected. Step 7, fall into depression and wonder why I even started to try in the first place. Step 8, realize that it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Sometimes we're always trying to reach something tangible. We're always trying to chase for that tangible thing. But what happened right after you achieve that goal? What happens the day after happily ever after? For me, I remember my first day at Pixar, I walked in and I was super excited and I was super happy. And I did the orientation. It was a wonderful day. And I got home and I sat in my chair and I was like, yeah. What now? I felt for years, I felt like I didn't really have a direction because that was my singular goal. I was focusing on that one thing. And when I achieved it, I kind of didn't know what to do. There's actually There's actually a name for that. It's called chronic unease. And for me, after some time, I realized that I found a lot of happiness by trying to make more general goals. I can still have my specific goals within my general goals, but if I started focusing on things that are a lot broader, a lot bigger, that will lead me to a lot more happiness. So my goal today is I want to be able to inspire everyone I meet, and I want to be able to know myself completely. Those are things that are huge goals that I will never fully achieve, but that's okay. I'm still going to do it. At the end of the day, all I know is that I like making cartoons. I like making people smile. I like making people laugh and cry and fart sometimes, but that's okay. I know that even if I don't achieve those impossible goals, that's totally fine. Because maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to achieve something incredible. Thank you.